I guess he still won the leash. I think ads are over. Welcome back. Um, so I was gonna talk more about, but I need to focus on the early game because the early game's a bit more important than the late game when I'm super fed. I'll talk about more if I can get fed this game, and if not, I'll talk about when when I'm losing. I need to remember what I'm talking about though. So hitting level 2 in this matchup's really important. So I'm gonna hit level 2 here soon. Playing off cooldowns on Renekton is really important, and flat CDR is really important in these matchups. So Darius went Doran's shield, which is really bad for this lane. So if my jungler was jungling top, this would be a game where you just tower dive, perhaps. Renekton's power in lane comes from having Fury, so it's really important to build it up and use it when it's in crucial points of the lane. Like when he goes for the CS here, I'm gonna jump and then stun him. He's gonna take a lot of damage for that. And then he would be diveable here if we were jungling towards top. But because it's not, we'll have to deal with this. He has no mana now, so I can just keep pushing him in. He's probably gonna back soon though. Or he should back. If he doesn't back, I'm not gonna push hard. So I'm just gonna wait for him to back and try to not deny him for every creep. Okay, I'm just gonna hold the lane here. If he goes for this creep, I'm gonna go on him. So just building up rage. If he goes for a creep, I'm gonna go on him because he has no mana. So now I'm gonna push hard because he's probably gonna back now. So instead of having to use TP, this is a good time to buy because the creeps will... What the fuck, he stayed, so I'm gonna stay too. Adapting is really important. Normally people would back off, but if they stay, you gotta stay. Unless jungler's involved. It could be a jungler bait too. But because I'm really overconfident, I'm gonna do stuff like that. I would go for another Doran's Blade, but since I have enough to buy Phage, I'm gonna do that. He used TP, which means I have TP advantage, as pushing towards me, so I can call for my jungler for a gank. But he does have flash. So the reason why I didn't call for a dive is because Darius could have easily backed off, and like the jungler should be looking for that on his own. You can be calling that, but it's really hard. So I'm just pulling the lane back. I'm gonna be level 6 soon. I probably solo kill him when I'm 6. So he has no flash now, which means he can. Well, we probably dive him actually, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna play the lane slow and not throw. If he pulled me there, I would have ulted and went all in on him. So now we can look for a dive because he's pretty low. He's not backing off, so I'm gonna slow push. So because Zach burned Darius flash, I can look for something here if he stays in here. So I'm gonna wait for my rage to fill up. Alright, that was bad. I needed a jungler for that. But since he has a mana pool and I don't, and I have TP advantage, I can just push up on him. Because my jungler's nearby, he's gonna lose a cannon for that. Okay, and now he's dead because he didn't back off. So sometimes the best thing to do is just to back off. Otherwise that happens and you lose way more. Now instead of losing only one cannon wave, he's gonna lose two waves, and that's gonna put me massively ahead. So now that Renekton, or I'm super far ahead, I can just snowball the game, and I don't need Zach's help anymore. Because I can 1v2 Darius and Quinn, most likely. Most likely can 1v2 them, unless I fuck up in lane. The Renekton's the kind of champion that can do that, so now I have TP advantage still, I can look for TP plays, I can look to abuse top, I have options. So I'm just gonna wait for Darius to come into the lane. I'm just gonna keep slow pushing and then see what my options are every slow push. If it slow pushes, okay, it should slow push. Every time he uses Q, I'm gonna go in. Now, in my opinion, I think Darius beats Renekton, but that's only early on. But since he's behind, it's just a matchup of whoever gets ahead, honestly. So now that it's pushing the tower, I can buy, I can go roam mid, I can TP bottom, I have options, I can go in ward and make sure I don't get ganked. So I can, explore my options more. So I see that their blue buff's up, so I'm gonna go ahead and ward it, and if Zach wants to, he can come and fight for it. And we see Quinn here. If Quinn walks over there, okay, never mind. So I lost like 1 CS, but I got a ward down. I don't really lose much from that. So because I'm level 8, and their blue's up, I'm just gonna keep pushing. So I can look for something on their blue. I don't know what he's doing there. Because I have control over the lane, I have control over everything else. I know there's a pink ward there. So now he's gonna lose a lot of farm. These kind of lanes snowball really, really fast. I could literally walk mid and dive mid because I'm so far ahead top. So, I forgot what I was talking about earlier. If chat could remind me what I was talking about actually. Don't remember. Because now I'm pretty in control of this game. Actually, I need to buy items. This is a kind of a crucial part. Alright, so now that I pushed my lane, I have 2200 gold. I don't have enough to buy anything. I'm just gonna buy pieces. Upgrade to blue trinket. TP's in 150, so I'm just gonna keep pushing hard. I didn't eat anything all day, so I was just really hungry there. Or I'm talking about my real life like it's a game. Cords are also really nice for building up Fury too, or is it Rage? So Rage bar or Fury bar? I'm pretty sure it's Fury. This is usually a good spot to pink. No one ever walks in here. I'm waiting to see if Bran walks up. Alright, that was pretty scary, but it only worked because I was super fed. That was a TP for like 3 waves. Remember, TPs are only worth it if you only get like a farm for it, or if you save a tower, and even then it's not really that much worth it. You want to use TPs for kills because that's the biggest game changer. You don't always want to use TPs for like random shit like 4 creeps. A lot of times in scrims I would use my TP for 4 creeps because I was tilted. That's why mentality is also a big thing in this game. Like, if you get tilted from watching me, I can't imagine how hard it is for you guys to play the game and not tilt. Just think about that. So I can basically live in their jungle because I'm so fed. I'm gonna get full CDR from runes and cleaver. Usually after 2 damage items you want to start building tanks. One really big tank item is a Dead Man's Plate because it helps you snowball. Now if you can't do anything on the top side, it's okay. You can just go farm your own jungle or farm the Rift Herald. And then you can use the Rift Herald's buff. So usage of Renekton abilities really differ in the situation. In early laning phase, it's usually better to go for the empowered W, and then later on in the game, if there's a lot of creeps, it's better to go for empowered Q. It is almost always better to go for empowered Q or W over the E. Unless you E their entire team. Like, E is really good for team fights, actually. If you E in the entire team, you can just single-handedly win the team fight. But you usually want the empowered W to stun a target. Also depends how healthy you are. Oh, we're just gonna go for this one, because I saw Haunter build it once. Next item I will get will be Dead Man's Plate, and then judging by their team, it looks like Vayne is the strongest, so I will go Randuin's after Dead Man's Plate. I don't need the MR that much because our only AP damage is Brand, and Dead Man's Plate and Randus will help me against the rest of their team except Brand, and that's what's gonna decide a lot of things in this game. I'm pretty sure W applies to the Hydra too. So you still want to control their jungle. Bad Renektons can single-handedly win games, that's why Marin played it, because he was so good at Renekton. But if you throw games, they can single-handedly throw games too. I'm gonna start going bottom now because there's no towers for me to get. Building HP on Renekton will, like, Titanic Hydra actually works really well for Renekton because of you get ult damage into your Hydra. Everything that's HP scales into your damage. So Dead Man's and Randuin's would be pretty good. And then for the MR item, it can be like Banshee's Veil or Spirit Visage. Spirit Visage is probably better. I'm not playing these fights the best, but because I'm so fed it doesn't even matter. Do you have heal? Whatever. I was greedy. I should have just waited for Graves. So that's also another thing that throws games. I gave Brand a spree. Like it's not gonna throw this game, but it adds up if it does if it does become a throw. Yeah, I do feel bad. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. Because I'm also a toxic player. So instead of going Randuins like I said it was, I'm just gonna go Sterix for more damage. That was pretty close. Oh fuck. I should go. I should go Randuins. I'm not gonna be greedy. That Vayne does a lot of damage. This is what throws are made of. Because I died that one time, it also still affects the game if the game's being thrown back. It doesn't matter if your teammates keep playing well, but if your teammates play bad, like we are right now, then it can really affect the game. Vayne's bot, so we would be able to control Baron, but I don't know why Graves is playing like a jungler. Graves needs to go top. When it gets to this point in the game, you want to be playing for Baron, not for the bottom side of the map. Graves just basically walked from base over here when he could be going to defend top tower. So there's another important point. Phases of the game is really big. Understanding where to be. What separates challenger players and master players and LCS players is that knowing where to be at a certain point in the game. And that differs on the meta, but generally you want to be controlling Baron side. People also don't talk in streams because they need to focus on where to be too. Also, a big thing that separates the top tier from lower tier is it's one very simple thing: overstaying, and that also goes with knowing where to be. So many times I've seen games thrown that it just like blows my mind, and because I played this game for so long, it makes me so fucking upset, which is kind of understandable considering you've seen how long I've played this game. Because if you played this long and you put time into this game, so you don't want people to waste your time. So if you spend an entire 30 minutes gaining a lead, and then people use your lead to overstay and feed the enemy, like, it's just a huge waste of your time. Like, big fucking waste of time. So when you get a lead and you overstay, it's just like, why even bother if you're gonna play the game to get a lead and then throw it away, you know? So if you get upset at your teammates for that, just try not to rage at them because you can still potentially win the game. What really pisses me off though is when I say stuff in game or tell teams to do stuff in game, but then they don't listen. That's like the worst thing you possibly do. So if your teammates know what they're doing, then they have a right to be pissed off at you, but doesn't mean they can rage at you. Like, there's a lot of people that rage at their teammates that know what they're doing but then feed, and that's not, that's like a different kind of like. Alright, I need to pay attention. Baron killed Zach. That's pretty funny. But anyways, like, it's never okay to rage, but being upset at legitimate things is usually fine. You just can't really, like, do much about it. That's just how it is. It's like if someone says something really dumb in public and people think they're right. There's not much you can do about it. Everyone has their own opinions. So I'm gonna back here and buy an item. Fuck, I need 100 gold. Like, if you say you need 100 gold for something and someone takes your gold, you have a right to be upset. Like, if I wasn't a streamer, if I was a nobody, if I had like 100 gold away from a really big item that could win you the game, like GA or something, I don't know. If I wasn't a big streamer, I'd probably go AFK. I'd probably be like, fuck you. You just threw the game out the window. I would be so upset if someone did that to me. But because I'm Dyrus and because I'm who I am, I won't go AFK. But I probably would have in the past. Right now we need to be controlling Baron, so I don't know why. I really don't know why we're still bottom here. I guess we're getting kills and all that, so that's always good. But having a goal in the game is really important, otherwise you get these fucking clown fiestas where you fight over nothing but kills, which is what a lot of lower elo games commonly do. Not all of them, but a lot of people. You'll know what I'm talking about. When you feel like you're playing that hopeless game where people just constantly die and you just can't help but let fate decide of like which team has the better overall mechanics. You just can't like help that. This is a common thing when you get Baron. You should back and go and use Baron fast, but commonly when people get Baron, they stay farm for another 2 minutes and then you have 4 minutes left of Baron. That's basically what happens in every single solo queue game, even in Challenger. Even in competitive play it happens where people just stay and it's like, huh, we got Baron, time to not use it. It's just pet peeves with people who played for a long time. It's all dependent on like what happens in the game though. Sometimes it's better to farm if you get a big item. Sometimes Baron is worth a lot more. Like if you're 200 gold away from a big item, it's probably better to go and use Baron. But in solo queue, if one person farms, that means it's better for everyone to go and farm. Stronger than this, so it's really important that you don't throw the game. And as you see, we have not used Baron at all because the enemy walks in us for free kills, which is usually fine. So the main goal right here is to get this and that. Dragon doesn't really matter. You just want to end the game and go on to the next one and get your ELO or EXP or whatever you get. I feel so tired, holy shit. I can't talk like this for that long. That's probably not a smart thing to do. Oh my god, don't walk into me. Don't give Brand the reset. Holy shit, we're fucking losing this because I did that. Oh, this is the games I'm talking about. Kill me now. Renekton doesn't scale any better than this. Having flash on Renekton's pretty important. Like in logic, I should be a billion times more useful than Darius, but alright, let's just split push. You guys go top, me bot. This way, by separating the top laners from their teams, I will slowly get leads to victory if I don't die before then. That's a very common strategy top teams did. Like CLG and Fnatic, if their top laner got ahead, they would just isolate their top laner. But at the same time, they can't get caught either, so there's that. So if they all die top, there's not much I can really do. Vayne's the important one I need to look out for, because Vayne's the only one who can kill me. Oh, okay, so he magically knows I'm there. That's cool. Oh, okay, so he knows I'm there too. Alright. Oh, this could be one of those games. This could be one of those games. Believe it or not, Renekton gets outscaled by Darius slightly. So I need to choose between Dead Man's Plate and Randuin's. I need to buy I'm gonna buy Sterix for one of it. What's more expensive? Randuin's is more expensive, so I'm gonna trade Dead Man's for Sterix. Does TF not have ult? Alright, we're gonna win or lose this fight. This is the game right here. And everyone on my team died. Never mind. Oh, fuck me, dude. This is one of those games. This is why I don't play Renekton. Oh, not again. And this is why you play Mundo. You throw everything I said about lane control out the window, you play Mundo, and then you win the game. You play Mundo and then you win. Alright, there is still hope. If we get a good Zac Nautilus engage. Then there is still hope. Or if TF stops grouping and split pushes, we may have hope. Because right now Brand's doing a lot more. Quinn's not even here. Oh, what a great game. Great play, Dyrus. Wow. Good job. Insane mechanics. Really, really as expected of a former retired player. Team, please. I'm gonna have to start playing Mundo to carry these games. Oh fuck, I should've gave Graves that. Alright, what do I need to do? Alright, let's just get dragons, fuck it. There's nothing that can make me stronger. Only dragon can. But now team's not grouping up, which means we're gonna get caught out middle here. Alright, TF split pushing, this is good. This is what we need.